Hey buddy, ever notice your car's auto AC acting up? Like, you punch in the temperature you want, expecting that sweet spot to just hold steady, but the system starts acting like it forgot how hot or cold it's supposed to be. If that's hitting close to home, there's a good chance your ride's throwing a P0073 trouble code. Most of the time, that means a tiny sensor went haywire. Fixing it isn't rocket science, and there's a handy video that'll walk you through what's going on and how to sort it out. So, you've got yourself a P0073 code popping up. That means the little sensor that tells your car how hot or cold it is outside ain't doing its job right. It's reading crazy high temps, like it thinks you're driving through a desert when you're not. The car's brain takes that reading and tries to use it for stuff like keeping your cabin comfy or figuring out how to mix fuel properly. Bad info means the car can't make smart choices. Now, where's this troublemaker hiding? Usually behind the front bumper or tucked near the grille. Its wiring runs along the frame until it hooks up to the car's computer. If the climate system in your ride is automatic, this sensor helps it figure out how much heat or cool air to blow, so the temperature you set feels just right. And here's a twist. In some cars, this sensor even helps the engine decide how much fuel to spray in, based on how much oxygen's floating around in the air. Cold air's got more oxygen, hot air less. So the sensor's job matters more than you'd think. Whether this sensor's messing with your heater or your fuel mix depends on how your vehicle's set up. That also decides what kind of warning light or message pops up on your dash when the code kicks in. That P0073 code usually means the sensor that reads outside air temperature has gone goofy. Most times, it's the sensor itself behind the front bumper. That little guy's out there facing road grime, rain, heat, cold, and all sorts of abuse. After a while, it might just quit reading right and send your car's computer wild high numbers when it's actually nice and cool outside. Then there's the wiring. Sometimes the wires get damaged, maybe rubbed raw or corroded from salty roads or just age. If they short out, meaning electricity's taking a detour, it sends max voltage, and your car thinks the Sahara just rolled into town. Or you've got an open circuit, which is just a fancy way of saying a wire's broken or unplugged. No signal gets through, so the computer figures it's roasting outside. Once in a blue moon, it ain't the sensor or the wires, it's your car's brain itself. The main computer or the HVAC control box might misread normal signals and throw that fault code. Bottom line? That little sensor and its wiring are likely the culprits. The sooner they're checked, the faster you'll get back to smooth running without your dash yelling false alarms. First things first, grab your trusty scan tool and check if there's any other codes showing up besides P0073. If there's more, tackle them one at a time based on what's most critical. Then, get down and eyeball that ambient temp sensor. It's usually chilling behind the front bumper or in the grille. If it's busted, cracked, or hanging loose like last week's exhaust clamp, it's time to swap it out. Next up, follow the wires connected to that sensor like you're trailing a stubborn oil leak. Look for anything nasty, cuts, corrosion, bare spots. If the wires look beat up, patch them up before going any further. Once that's sorted, you need to see if the sensor's actually getting juice from the computer and sending back a proper signal. Fire up the engine, plug in your multimeter, and check that one wire's got around 5 volts and the other's kicking back something lower. That tells you the sensor's alive and talking. If things still smell fishy, unplug the sensor and measure the resistance across its pins. Compare what you get to the numbers in your car's manual. If it's way off, the sensor's had it. But if everything checks out and you're still getting that code, then you might be looking at a cranky computer module that's misreading signals.